Hello everyone and welcome back to Empire Pro, or if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. Today I want to discuss something that means a lot to me personally, North Wrestling, an indie wrestling promotion based in Newcastle, England that has grown in popularity over the last few years, going from a small northeast local promotion to somewhat global recognition. Now by all means they're not WWE, AEW, New Japan, TNA, etc., but the quality of the wrestling, production value, inclusivity, emotion and passionate fan base they've cultivated certainly needs recognition on a larger scale. And while I certainly don't have a global reach myself, this video might only reach a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand at most, but that's fine with me. If even just one person sees this video and becomes a fan of North through it, then it's safe to say I've done a pretty good job, and I'll be pretty proud of myself. I've split this video up into different categories to inform people who may not be familiar with North, to give them a better understanding of what to expect and the value for money aspects of watching North. So let's get into what I love about this Northeast promotion and why you should watch North Wrestling. North is a Newcastle upon Tyne based UK independent wrestling promotion, founded by Andrew Bowers in 2016, with the company running their debut show at the Riverside Music Venue, an intimate yet very appropriate venue, on July 30th, 2016 in Newcastle. The show was pretty solid too, with several top UK stars that were soon to break out in the scene, such as the likes of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. But when your main competitor is the Northeast-backed wrestling YouTube powerhouse What Culture, and has the cash to splash on overseas imports such as Cody Rhodes, The Young Bucks, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, etc, etc. Of course I'm talking about defunct promotion WCPW, later rebranded as Defiant, North understandably found it difficult to compete. WCPW already had a backing of a YouTube channel that was one of the biggest for wrestling related content on the platform, and still is to this day, whereas North was very much as grassroots as you can possibly get. And that's not me knocking WCPW, they ran some pretty great shows over the years, but my connection with North felt a lot more close-knit. The fact that when you go to a North show, from the very beginning up to the present day, you can watch a really good, well-rounded show. There's comedy, blood feuds, storytelling, men, women, straight, gay, trans, all religions, all identities, all under one roof. And that's something truly special, and feels, very sadly, somewhat of a dying breed in today's pro wrestling landscape. The community aspect of a North show is that you can enjoy the amazing show, which paced really well, solid production, some of the best wrestlers on the planet, and they can make you feel something. And that right there is a reminder to everyone who loves wrestling that the show doesn't have to have the biggest names, or cost a fortune, or take place in an 80,000-seater stadium to be impactful. And yes, they've had their fair share of top imports in North, such as GCW's Joey Janela, Effie and Ali Catch, as well as WWE alumni Elijah, formerly known as Elias, Gangrel and Scotty 2 Hotty amongst others. But ultimately, it's their homegrown talent that makes the show so unique and keeps fans invested on watching their progression and seeing where their futures go. I recently took my girlfriend to her first North show, as she is a huge WWE fan, but outside of WWE, she doesn't really know that much about independent wrestling. We attended North's April 5th, 2025 show named Monumental, and going into it, she didn't know what to expect. And the only people on the card she was vaguely aware of were Rio and Shreddy, due to their recent WWE cameo appearances at Glasgow and London shows, as well as man like Doris, of whom she'd seen a clip rapping during his entrance on a random Instagram reel. Yet, despite this, by the end of the show, she was really invested. She understood the storylines due to the vignettes North played during the show, as well as some guidance from myself, even turning to me and saying something to the effect of, "It's crazy how invested I am now, considering I didn't know anything about North like 3 hours ago." I'm so happy and grateful that I have someone to share my love of North with, and hope that this video will hopefully open more people's eyes to one of the fastest growing promotions in the UK. With a roster currently consisting of TNA star and current North champion at the time of recording, Leon Slater, his trainer and North mainstay Liam Slater, the last true sick boy Rory Coyle, Amia Jordan, Man Like Doris, as well as rising women's stars such as Rio, Eve Bateman, Lucia Lee, and Emerson Jane, North's star power is bigger than ever. After the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, the Riverside venue was permanently closed, leading to North finding a new home in the form of the Anarchy Brewery in Walker, Newcastle. And on July 15th, 2022, North returned and ran their biggest show, Thunderstruck, at the Walker Dome. A much bigger venue leading to a record attendance of over 700 attendees, with owner Andrew Bowers joking that the venue was the equivalent of the Tokyo Dome for the small promotion. And a year later, almost to the date, Thunderstruck 2 took place as the mantle of the biggest show for the company, with over 800 in attendance at the Walker Dome. The record may be broken again this July, as North is running their third rendition of Thunderstruck, once again at the Walker Dome in Walker, Newcastle. Their shows are available via their YouTube membership program, Patreon page, as well as Triller TV, where they stream live for every show, which usually happens around once a month. Making the content digestible and easy to keep up to date with, all these links will be in the description below. So now let's rate some of the factors that make North great, and why you should consider giving them a watch. North is pretty much as inclusive as you could ask for any wrestling promotion. The moment you walk in the door, you'll see people of all genders, identities, races, disabilities, and beliefs. I feel as though the world as a whole has progressed enough to the point where no one is left thinking they can't attend a show. But obviously, sometimes people are dicks. Not at North though. Anyone is welcome, as long as you're over 18 for their 18 plus shows. But they also do family friendly shows too. So not to worry if you're looking to take your kids or you yourself are under 18. North has also proudly represented the LGBTQ plus community with talents such as Effie, Ali Catch and Visage, as well as having a variety of men and women on their cards. The shows also have some form of variety to cater to pretty much everybody, from comedy to strong style, lucha libre and intergender matches, all the way to death matches. As far as inclusivity goes, it's a 10 out of 10 from me. The production value of North is pretty solid, I can't lie. Obviously, they're relatively low budget indie promotions, so don't expect cinematic masterpieces and drones flying around the arena, but for what it is, it's pretty damn good. Very few technical issues, which is especially good considering only since fairly recently they have been live streaming all of their events on Triller TV to an international audience. So as you can imagine, from a small company from the Northeast, that's pretty damn impressive. The ring setup is pretty unique too. They have their yellow ring ropes, which has become a staple of their branding and their promotion. Also, the venue they now use, the Anarchy Brewery, is a really cool venue, so the use of a beer keg in a match is pretty much a given at this point. Production-wise, I'd give North a solid 8.5 out of 10. There's always room for improvement for any wrestling promotion when it comes to production value, but North is one of the better in the UK scene, certainly from what I've seen. A solid 8.5. Really good production value from North Wrestling. Wrestling-wise, there's certainly no complaints from me. From stars such as Leon Slater, Man Like Doris, Kid Like Us 2, Liam Slater, Riho, Lucia Lee, Gene Money, and so many more, you can't really go wrong with North Wrestling. A full-on variety show with some of the best talents the UK has to offer. And as far as storytelling goes, there aren't always stories for every match on every show, but I am being a bit nitpicky considering North is an indie that runs shows around once a month. but I'm trying my best not to be completely biased and give them a 10 out of 10 on all my criteria. But to their credit, North often books talent that they trust, and for a long-term booking for the most part as well. Whilst not every match has a story, North do value long-term booking and storytelling, which really pays off in the long run for long-term viewers. Massive thumbs up from me. Wrestling and storytelling in North, 9 out of 10. Value for money, 10, 10, 10, 10 and 10. I honestly couldn't recommend North enough. The intimate venue for anyone attending live is really cozy and creates a great atmosphere. The fans are always amazing and get really immersed in the variety and the stories on the card, and their shows are really easily accessible due to their deal with Triller TV. You can also gain access to their full back catalogue of shows as well if you sign up to their Patreon or their YouTube membership service. As I mentioned earlier, I took my girlfriend to her first North show last weekend, when we got front row tickets knowing that there were standing tickets available, but we're both short asses, so granted, we weren't going to see much if we were to stand. Although, to be fair, the North fans have always made sure that I could see when I attended previous shows, usually making sure I was near the front because they're the best, and the community at North is second to none. Front row tickets for the event were £30 a piece, which, let's be honest, is great value for money. That same price wouldn't get you in the door at a WWE house show for the nosebleed seats, so to be front row and getting a centre view of the wrestlers who are giving their all and telling great stories, you can't exactly go wrong. 10 out of 10 from me. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and be sure to hit the bell for post notifications. I also have more video essays in the pipeline ready to go, so be sure to look out for those as well coming soon. But that's it from me. Until next time, Empire out.